Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Pauline Baird, a cultural bearer from the village of Buxton, Guyana. I tell the stories about my village. I tell our family histories, our whispered stories, and our hidden, sometimes long and forgotten traditions. I tell the stories. What does story say? Well, today I want to bring you a story. Imagine this. It is 1987. In a classroom at the Cyril College of Education, Module D. And the lecturer says, now we will have the demonstration lessons. Teacher after teacher presented their lessons. Some were good, some were very good, and some were excellent. Teacher Olive Mccurchien from my village decided to tell her story. And it goes like this. This is Joan. Joan is a little girl who lived in the village. Joan lived with her mommy and her daddy. She was a very good girl. Every time her mom would tell her how to behave. You must behave and you must obey. And Joan obeyed. Sometimes. You see, Joan had a very nasty habit. If mommy said, Joan, go get me some water, Joan would jump, jump, jump. Mommy said, don't jump. If mommy said, Joan, go get me the bowl of rice, what do you think Joan would do? Boys and girls? Of course, jump, jump, jump. Joan mommy taught her that when she meets adults we call big people, she must say good morning. So, on the day when they have to go to school for the very first time, mommy opened the door and they went out. They have to go down the steps. And what do you think Joan did? Jump, 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 jump the steps. They got on the street. Mommy said, don't jump. When Joan met Mr. Ben, she said, good morning, Mr. Ben. She obeyed. And Mr. Ben said good morning. But Joan could not stop her little feet from jumping, jumping, jumping. Well, you know, in the village, they have a saying, who don't hear does feel. Because Joan was a hard-ass little girl. She wouldn't listen to her mother when it comes to the jumping, jumping, jumping. So one day, Joan and her friends went out in the pasture. You know, the pasture is an empty land next door. And Joan went there to play. And of course, Joan didn't listen to mommy and she was jumping, jumping, jumping. And just like that, guess what happened? Joan jumped right into the cow hole. The foot went right in the cow hole. And that was Joan's lesson. She must obey her parents. So this is a lesson that Teacher Olive told the teachers when she was doing her teaching demonstration. You know, I tell this story to honor my friend, Olive Mccurchien. She was a stellar teacher, bar none. We grew up together. We were high school friends. You know, we were neighbors. We walked to school every day during high school. And you know, it's a custom in the village that you would wait for your friend. And I would remember her very clearly. In the mornings before school, Olive would get into the outdoor bathrooms. We had these wooden bathrooms outside. And she would get into the bathroom and I would know when it's time for us to get ready. Olive would begin to sing. And you know, I want to sing one of the songs she used to sing. This is a high school classic. Everybody who went to high school in the village or maybe even elementary school know this song. And it goes like this. If I can finish it, fine. If I cannot finish it, you finish it. And it goes like this. Down yonder green valley where streamlets meander, when twilight is fading, I pensively roam, or at the bright noontide in solitude wander, amid the dark shades of the lonely ash grove. 'Twas there while the blackbird was cheerfully singing, I first met the dear one, the joy of my heart. Around us for gladness bluebells were springing, then little thought of how soon we should part. This is a song that was taught to us by Miss Eunice Hemmerding at BladenHall Multilateral School. And I remember Olive being a quiet young lady, full of grace, but a beautiful voice. When Olive sang, it was the angels came down. We went to the same church she would sing. After school, we became pupil teachers at the Strathspey Elementary School. And there again, we walked for another year or two to that school where we taught. We were about 17 years old. And as life would have it, we went off to Teachers Training College together. And we did our teacher training. We had fun. We were the big six. Me, Tony, Penny, Roxanne, Marva. We were just there. We would laugh. We had such fun. We had jokes every midday. We were a great group, if I may say so. We performed a skit. Oh, we loved that skit. And Olive was a little girl and she sang. Oh my goodness, it was something else. And so Marva and I were catching up the other day, and Tony and Penny, remembering Olive. She was a girl of grace and she grew into a woman of grace with a family. And then Olive went to the school in the village to teach. I went on my way. And as life would have it, we would part ways and then we would come together again. So in 2017, when I was home in the village for vacation, I went to Olive's home and we sat on the front steps, not so far from the company trench that ran through the village, not so far from the monkey apple trees with the kiskadis inside and the plantain bush and the banana bush and the soursop. We sat on the front step near the Atlantic Ocean and we gaffed. We talked about so many things. I didn't think that was the last day I would see her alive. On Monday morning, I got the news that Olive had passed. And it was a shocker because I didn't think we'd lose her so soon. And so I want to talk about Olive to say, what is a village? And what makes a village? It's the friendship we make. It's about the people we meet, about the smiles we share. I remember her eyes would light up when she's happy, and the big smile, and the gentle way in which she talked with her twin brothers. So I just remember her, and if you will, remember her with me. Still glows the bright sunshine o'er valley and mountain, still warbles the blackbird its note from the tree, still trembles the moonbeam on streamlet and fountain. But what are the beauties of nature to me? With sorrow, deep sorrow, my bosom is laden. All day I go mourning in search of my love. Ye echoes, oh tell me, where is the sweet maiden? She sleeps 'neath the green turf down by the ash grove. What good.